Okay, so let's start with the quality center. All right. So first let's understand what is the purpose of this quality center. Okay. So you have already done the manual testing, right? So what did you do in the manual testing? You were making lot of documents, correct? You were making the documents like, let's say, the test case document, and then you made the RTM, correct? And also you were trying to share the documents in your team. Let's say you are doing the design and you are passing it on to your team member in order to do the execution, and then you were doing the defect reporting, correct? So all the activities of the manual testing you were doing using the Excel sheet documents, correct? You use the Excel sheet. And then when you had to share, you should either, put it in something like a share folder, a folder that is shared with all the team members, or let's say you could have emailed it, right? So these were the only possibilities when you were doing the manual testing using the Excel sheet documents, and you were not using any kind of tool over there. Okay. Then now we have something called as quality center. Okay, let's try to understand what is this quality center. Okay. So in this quality center, you are going to store all the files in one common location. Okay, we call it as a quality center server. Okay, so in the server of this quality center, you are going to add your requirement documents, you are going to add your test cases, okay, you are going to add your defects. All right, even the execution can be done in this quality center, right? And when all these documents are stored over here in a common location of this quality center server, all the team members can access it. Let's say we have Bharti, okay, then we have Anita, okay, who else is there? Okay, so we have Vanilla, and then we have Deepti, okay. So these are the different testers of our team who are trying to prepare different documents. Some of them are trying to use the document. Let's say Bharti and Anita are preparing the test case document. Deepti and Vanilla are taking those test case documents and then they are doing the execution and also the defect reporting. So do you see here, all the files are stored in the common location so that everybody is having the access to it. Okay, Bharti can go and modify it, Anita can modify it, Vanilla can modify it, Deepti can modify it. Okay, all of them can use these documents. They can update these documents, right? So they can create new documents. They can modify the existing documents, right? And then they can delete the documents. They can, yeah. Okay, so this is it, okay? So they can do all these things with these documents, correct? And let's say now Bharti goes and modifies some document. Okay, so whenever she is going to do this modification, it gets recorded over there. For example, Bharti has modified the test case document, it gets recorded, okay? So Bharti has modified it on so and so date and time, and what exactly she has modified, everything will get logged in over this quality center server. And whenever these people are going to log in into the quality center server, they will be logging from their computer, which is called as the quality center client. Okay, so all of them should have the quality center client installed on their computer. Okay, so they should have the quality center client installed on their computer if they have to access this quality center server. Okay, so they are going to use this quality center client and they will be logging into the quality center server with their username and password. So each one of them will be given a separate username and password using which they will be logging into the computer or the quality center server, and they will be creating the new documents, modifying the existing documents, or deleting the documents. Okay, is it clear everybody? Yes, they can log in at the same time. Okay, everybody can log in at the same time. So quality center client is nothing but it is a software that is installed on the computer of each and every team member over here so that you can log in. Okay. Okay, is this clear everybody? What is the purpose of quality center that is used here? Any doubts why quality center is used? Okay, can you see the advantage over here? See, instead of sending the email, or if we put it in the shared folder, who does the modification, who has added the new document, we cannot make out, correct? But if we are sharing here in the common server, all right, and if somebody is modifying with their name, we can easily make out, okay, so this person has done some modification, okay, along with the time, at what date, what time they modified, we can find out, okay. Is it clear everybody? No, Deepti, quality center and QTP are different. I will tell you later what is QTP. Okay, but what is a quality center? It is nothing but we call it as a test management tool. Okay, so what do we call it as? We call it as a test management tool because it is going to manage all the testing activities. Okay, what are the testing activities? You can create the requirement, you can create the test cases, you can execute the test cases, you can prepare the defect report. So all these activities of the manual testing, they can be managed using this quality center tool. Okay, so we call it as a test management tool. It comes under the category of test management tool. Okay, how many users can use it? It depends on the number of license that we purchase. If we have purchased 5 license, we can, have 5 people who are accessing the quality center. If we have purchased 10 license, then 10 people can access. So it depends on the number of license that you have purchased. Okay. Yes, Vidya, everything will get recorded there. Okay. Okay, Jaya has a question. Quality center and test director, are they same? Okay, we will come to this question. Okay. So now we have the different versions of the quality center. I think some of you have got installed Quality Center 9.0. Some of you had got installed Quality Center something called as ALM, correct? So these are the different versions of the Quality Center. And the previous versions, they were called as the Test Director. So Test Director or Quality Center, it is one and the same. And the newest version that we have, Quality Center 11.0, this is called as an ALM, Application Life Cycle Management Tool. Okay. And then this is 9.0. So the different versions are having the different names. So before it was called as a test director, now it is called as a quality center. And then the latest version, the 11.0, we call it as an ALM. Okay, is it clear everybody? And the reason why they have developed this is they have not added any, new features as such. I mean, not any major changes they have made. All right. It is just that, for the compatibility, they have updated the version. Compatibility with what? Your operating system. Okay. So now Quality Center 9, okay, it was working very good with your XP. But with this XP, the Quality Center 9.0, when we had the new version of the operating system, that is, Windows 7 and then Vista, it was not much compatible. So we came up with the 11.0. Okay. So because your operating system version is changing, they are upgrading this Quality Center version so that they can suit the operating system that you are using. Okay. So ALM is nothing but it is application life cycle. It is a name. Okay. Life cycle management. What is this again? Application means what? Software. Okay. Sorry. I think I got muted. Yeah. So what is this application? It is nothing but the software. Life cycle means what? The different testing activities of the software. And then management. This is again the test management tool. Okay, so they have given a name, application life cycle management, which is nothing but the ALM. Okay. Not exactly, Archana. Still, the 11.0 version is not being used in all the projects. They are some of them are still using 9.2, 9.0. They are still in use. Okay, because 11.0 is a trial version, means it is a demo version. Okay, it has got launched newly in the market. The beta version, do you remember we had the UAT beta version? The beta version is given to all the users in order to test. So it is a beta version which is being still tested by some of the users in some of the projects. Okay. So it is not yet implemented in all the project, but in another 6 months you can expect that it will be into the market completely. Okay. 6 months or 10 months it will be completely into the market. Okay. Is that clear, everybody? Okay. So now whether you use the quality center 9.0 or you use this 11.0, both are one and the same. Okay, I will show you both are one and the same. Okay. I will do one thing. We will start with the quality center 11.0. Let's see, I can maximize this. Okay. Okay, even though I take the full screen, it's going to be the same thing. What is this? Okay, 1 second. I have taken this console, for this because I have the quality center 9 with me still. Okay, so here it is. Okay. So do you see here we have the quality center ALM 11.2 that is installed. I got to double click and then open this. See, first you observe, okay, how to use it. Then I will give you some time wherein you can practice it. Okay. That's okay, Vinaya. You have 9.1. Anything is okay. Okay. It is better, Sarita, if you mention in your resume. All right. So now I will show you how to use this quality center. Okay. And then later I will give you some time wherein you can do the practice. All right. Okay. So first observe it carefully. Don't open it on your computer. Then you will start missing the steps. Okay. So make sure you open it later. Okay. See here, what is the first step that you got to do? Do you see here we have the quality center explorer. So you got to double click and open the quality center explorer. And then this kind of window is going to open for you. Whether you take 9.0, whether you take 11.0, the same thing is going to open. And then you have an arrow mark over here. Do you see there is a QC bin? You got to select the QC bin. Okay. So it has HTTP localhost then 8080 QC bin. Do you see it is saying that it is HTTP? It means that it is a web-based application and it has a client server model. Means one common server and it has many clients over there. And there is a local host. This is the name of the computer. And 8080 is a port that is being used by the quality center. And then we are trying to open the quality center bin. I click on the go button and it is asking me the username and password. Okay. I'm not sure what is the username and password. Let me check. Anybody knows what is the username and password who have installed the ALM? Click OK directly. Okay. Okay, anyways, I clicked on it, okay. Because I don't know what password they have kept on this computer. Yeah. Okay then, fine. It worked. It is admin. Okay, Vidya, thank you. Okay, so do you see here we have the login, okay, which is Alex_ALM, right? Do you see? We have the login that has opened over here. The login screen has opened, and the login name should always be Alex_ALM if you are using the Quality Center 11 version. If you are using Quality Center 9 version, it should be Alex_QC. Okay, so don't forget this. So when you are using the Quality Center 11.0, you got to enter the username as ALM. Okay. If you are using Quality Center 9.0, 9.1, you should use login as Alex_QC. Okay. Then there is no password. You directly have to click on this authenticate, and in this domain you got to select the default, and then the project will be demo. Okay. Quality Center demo you will be having in 9.0. Okay. So now I will click on authenticate. So do you see it is showing me the domain that is available, it is default. And then we have the project that is demo. Click on OK. So it is logging in. We got to wait for some time. Because this is our cloud share, right? So this is a little bit slow. Okay. So do you see here? We have the requirements, we have the testing, and we have the defects, right? So these are the 3 steps that you follow even in your testing process. Okay. Do you remember in the manual testing, what did we do? Okay. In the manual testing, what was the first step? We wrote the requirements, and then we wrote the test cases and we did the testing, and then we got the defects which we reported. So these are the 3 steps that we followed in the manual testing, and here in the Quality Center also the same 3 steps are given. Okay. What is that? First of all, you got to write all your requirements. Okay. And then secondly, you got to write your test cases. And then you got to execute those test cases, which is your second module here. And thirdly, you got to do the defect reporting and tracking. So these are the 3 steps that you are going to use in the manual testing. I mean the main 3 steps, the same are here. The same, documentation you got to do. Okay. Yes, the RTM requirement. Okay. I will show you, Vinita. I'll show you everything. Okay. Uploading the test case document and all. So let's start with the first step, that is the requirement. I click here on the requirement. Okay. And do you see the list of requirements are appearing over here? Click on this plus sign. Okay. This is a little bit slow. Okay. So do you see we have the list of requirements over here? I will come to that, Archana. See, I know you're curious, okay? You are excited to understand everything. I will come to it step by step, okay? First learn a little bit of basics, and then I'll tell you what is dashboard. Each and everything, whatever is present in the Quality Center, I'll teach you, okay? Not to worry. Okay. No, that's okay. I understand, you are curious. And that is very important. You should be curious about the learning, okay? See here, we have the requirements. There are already some of the requirements which have got created over here. We have the business models and then Mercury Tours application. This is also one of the project they have created. Some assemble order, contract processing. So some sample project they have already created. Do you see? Okay, so this is not yet run. Okay. So there are some of the requirements which have already got created. Okay. I mean, this is a demo, right? So it's already available something, so that we can test our filter, we can test our different features over here. So now we will start from the first step. Now for this, we require a document. Okay, I will consider the document that we prepared in our previous classes so that you can understand it more clearly. So I will consider one of our testing documents. Shall we consider our Verizon Wireless? Okay, or let's do one thing. Let's go for the banking fund transfer. Okay, so here is somebody has prepared. I think Jyoti had prepared it. A very good document. Let me pick this one. Okay. So this is a Bank of America, the banking online banking project, and we will be using this project and we will be creating this into our quality center. Okay. So just observe how we are going to create it. Okay. So I go to this one and then we will create a new folder for our project. To create a new folder, do you see we have a first button over here? Click on this and then it is going to ask me the name of the folder. Since this is banking project, the online banking system for Bank of America, so I got to write it. Okay. Online banking. Bank of America. And then this is a banking project. Okay. So now I have created a new folder. Click on OK button. So do you see here a new folder has got created by name online banking and then Bank of America. This is our banking project. Okay. So do you see there is a new folder that has got created. Now in this folder we will start adding the list of requirements. So do you see there is a next button over here which is called as new requirement. Okay. So currently it is checked out. Okay. Checkout is, for the version control. Means if I check out, it means that I'm modifying this document. Okay. So I select this online banking folder and then I click on this new requirement. So do you see this kind of window is going to open for me where I can enter the details about the requirement. First thing is I should enter the name of the requirement. Okay. What is my first requirement? It is here. We have the FR001, that is sign in button or sign in functionality. So I got to enter the same thing here. So right here, sign in, and then the type of requirement we got to select. Okay, so I think because it is demo, it is not allowing me to select. Okay, fine, no problem. And do you see by default here it is showing Alex underscore ALM because we have logged in here as Alex underscore ALM. So it is showing us Alex underscore ALM. So with whichever user ID and password you are going to log in, it is going to show the same name over here. Okay. So in the project, if you are logging in with your user ID and password, let's say we have Jyoti and then we have Vanilla, we have Vinita. So whatever author name you give, the same author name will be appearing over here. Okay. With your user ID and password. Then what is this? Okay. Is it a functional requirement or what it is exactly? So we have a functional requirement. Is it a guideline? Is it a hardware requirement? Is it a quality requirement? Software requirement? Standard requirement? What is it exactly? You're signing. It is functional. It is a functionality, right? So we will select functional over here. And then we have a product over here. So currently there is no product which is on our name. I mean on our project. So I will just randomly select one of it. Then reviewer. Did anybody review this one? I'm just now creating it, right? So there is no reviewer yet. Okay. Is there any reviewer? Okay, because I'm just now creating it. So there is no reviewer over here. Okay. So I will leave it as blank. Whenever there is another person who is going to review it, let's say Archana is going to be my team lead and she will be reviewing this requirement. And when she reviews, she will put her name as reviewer over here. Okay. Then direct cover status. Did I run it? Okay. Is it failed? No. Did it run? Not yet. It's not yet completed and it is not yet covered also. So I can select it is not completed. Okay. Then next is priority. Now tell me, how do I choose a priority? Is it low priority, medium priority, high, very high, urgent? Which priority I should choose? Why should I choose high or urgent? Who is going to tell you, which priority we have to choose? Team lead will tell? Are you sure? Okay, BA will tell? Project manager will tell? Okay, who is going to tell you? Or you decide? Okay. All the options are given to me. Now I have to choose one of them. Okay. See, priority is decided by you based on the client requirement. Now let's say your client wants this requirement to be tested and released next week only. They want it immediately. Then you can put it as urgent. Okay. Now it is not a very required immediately required functionality for your client. They have said, okay, it is not very urgent. You can deliver it next month also. You have a lot of time. So I can put it on the low priority. Okay. So based on how quickly your client wants the release of this functionality, you got to decide the priority. Is it clear, everybody? How to decide the priority? It is based on how quickly your client wants a release. Okay. Now let's say my client wants it maybe like after 2 weeks. So I'll put it in the high priority. Then is it reviewed? So we have different options over here. Changed, not reviewed, reviewed. So which one to choose? Not reviewed? Okay. See, everybody knows the quality center. I'm just, selecting whatever you are telling to me. Okay. Then vulnerabilities. Let's check what is this. Okay. Do we have anything like, buffer overrun over here? Buffer overrun means what? Like we have the memory which has overrun. So none of these are, matching. Machine takeover, SQL injection. No, we do not have any of these vulnerabilities. Okay. I just click on cancel. Okay. So now I got to write the description here. So where is my description? The same description. Okay. Do you see here? User must have the online account and then set. Okay. This is FR001A. I can't write it. I have to describe the sign in function. Okay. So I'm going to mention it over here. The sign in feature or the function is present on the top left corner of the Bank of America website. Okay. I got to mention like this. It is present on the top left corner of the Bank of America website. Okay. The user can log in into his bank account if he is the customer of the bank and has the active account. So what am I doing over here? Can anybody tell me? This is requirement, Anita. We are trying to write the requirement. So did you understand? This is the sign in functionality for the account. that is online banking system, and I'm trying to describe it. Is this